as I mentioned, strong workforce, strong schools. And when you look at CTE and workplace readiness skills, they go hand in hand. Reference what I've just mentioned, what's been modeled here in this region is also a concept at the state level. The career and technical education curriculum embedded in every course is workplace readiness skills. And I'll expand on that here in a second. But I think it's important to recognize that the curriculum that we follow in the Commonwealth and in our local schools is driven and developed by educators and business professionals alike. So that's kind of our guiding compass. Embedded in all of our CTE courses are these workplace readiness skills. There are 21 identified skills, and I'm getting some feedback, so I'll step out and hopefully you can hear. But raise your hand if you are a parent of a teenager or a 20-something. Who would have thought, as parents, we would have to teach the importance of face-to-face communications? You think about it. It's challenging now as a parent when we live in a digital world, social media, sitting down for a meal without that phone, the standards that we have to set. So we recognize the challenges there for our parents, also for our educators, and certainly our businesses. That's just one example of the workplace, one of the 21 workplace readiness skills that we're talking about. Those are embedded in all of our CTE courses. Also, we make an effort to embed them in some of our core content courses, such as Algebra Readiness, the AFD, the AFTA course. But we're only, with these embedded skills, we're only as strong as those practical opportunities that are presented to our students. And with our partnerships with businesses, you help us to bring what is taught in the classrooms alive. It's those practical experiences that allow our students to draw meaning and to develop these skills. The importance of being on time to work, being prepared for an interview, levels of dependability, appropriate types of communication. There's an appropriate way to send an email. Your first choice shouldn't be, in a business setting, a text or a post on social media. That's the world that we live in now, beyond just the technical skills that are important. These skills that we're referencing are really critical so that our students can enter the workforce in a successful manner. As I mentioned, we're about real-world experiences. We can only provide that. It's only authenticated when our students are able to partner with you and engage in meaningful learning experiences in the workforce. We benefit from a number of work-based learning experiences. But what I want to emphasize is that these work-based learning experiences can take shape in many different ways. We often think of a co-op or an internship. That's just simply one example. There can be shadowing, there can be academies, there can be service learning opportunities. And that's what we want to drive home in this presentation. We're going to give you a couple examples of what's currently going on in our schools, and hopefully that will trigger some additional ideas of how we can partner as a school system and with local businesses. I do want to mention the Chamber has been instrumental in supporting the current work-based learning experiences that you see on this screen, and we thank you for that point of support. As I mentioned, there's flexibility. there are many different forms of work-based learning. It's driven by the schedule that our students have and also the needs of our employers. So just understand that we do have flexibility as we offer those work-based learning opportunities for students. I want to share with you an example that has come about due to the partnerships of businesses in our schools. Many of you are probably aware of the WOW, or the Worlds of Work Expo. Very, very popular. This is, it complements the work of our counselors and educators. We actually start the academic and career planning at the middle school levels. We have career clusters and pathways. That starts as early as 5th and 6th grade and moves through to the high school level. To enhance that, we have the World of Work, which is, this has been made possible through Lord Fairfax Community College Career Pathways Consortium in partnership, you'll see a common theme here, Frederick County EDA, Barrett Machine, and the Northern Shenandoah Valley Regional Commission. They sponsor this. This is an opportunity for 7th graders in multiple regions, 7 different regions or school divisions now participate in this, and you'll see it provides opportunities for students to explore within one day. It's a 2-day event. They explore 10 different possible career paths. I can tell you, can't think of a better way to capture students' interest in possible careers. You can see here that the magnitude, it's a 2-day event impacting and serving over 3,000 students, 7th graders. They have opportunities, I mentioned, to visit and explore 10 different career paths. This, probably the best picture I can share with you is how it's designed. It's designed to catch the interest and engage our young students. Last year, one of the career pathways featured was firefighters. And they had a display that tends to be pretty hands-on and engaging to get the students' interest. Students were able to put on a fire suit, and then they were able to go through a simulation of what it's like to go into a tunnel and to save a life. Talking about the impact and getting the interest of students, excellent way of connecting with our schools, and we certainly appreciate this. But you can see that the areas, careers represented at this now, I believe we're going into this year will be the 3rd year of this event. Hospitality, tourism, manufacturing, health and medical sciences, transportation, and logistics. We look forward to adding to that list. Another example of a partnership, once again, with Lord Fairfax Community College is the Industry Maintenance Technology Academy. This is just another example of a different form of partnership. Students spend half their day taking their core content classes. They spend the other day at Lord Fairfax studying in this area. So once again, another example of a different form partnership. But yet another example is the Valley Health Partnership that provides opportunities for students to pursue part-time employment. They also have a week-long summer academy where students gain more perspective of career pathways in the medical field. And they also branch out. When you think about Valley Health, the largest employer in our area, you think about medicine, but there are also areas in terms of environmental control and so forth, other career paths at Valley Health that exist. This is just one additional example of how we are partnering with businesses. I want to take a moment to now reference the Widget Cup. The Widget Cup is a competition currently with Frederick County Public Schools students involved in tech ed, CTE courses, agriculture courses, as well as Winchester City students from Hanley High School. I want to emphasize this has been so successful. I believe this is the third year of the competition, but we're positioned to expand this to other divisions this year. But the nice thing about this competition, it's sponsored once again by Frederick County EDA, as well as other business partners. But school teams come together, typically I believe 5 or 6 team members, and they are given a design project. They have a certain amount of time to work together as a team to achieve that goal. Also during the day, they have business leaders who donate their time. They serve as quality control people. They serve as judges. What a nice way to interface and to see the talent in our schools and to potentially be able to recruit some of these very talented students. As they work together in a very tight timeline, they also have surprises, some challenges that occur. And isn't that just like everyday life? At the end of the competition, they have a final product that they must pitch to the judges. And ultimately, the winner of the competition, there's only one. It's the team that makes that pitch that convinces the judges that they want to purchase, basically, that product. Excellent example of real-world experiences, and I cannot say enough for this partnership, because it really takes what we're using, how we're trying to bring our instruction in the classroom to life, and it allows students to experience it. When you talk about those readiness skills, I can't think of a better way to solidify it but by providing our students with strong partnerships, as I'll just share with you. As I opened up, I mentioned that our governor set us up well. Strong schools, strong workplace. That's made possible because we have a business community that supports workforce development. We have a business community that recognizes the importance of both schools, businesses working together as one to develop a stronger workforce. Yes, Navy Federal Credit Union selected Virginia and this region over Florida because we currently have a strong workforce, we currently have strong schools, but also we're committed to growing these partnerships, which will position us much better in the future. One thing that we're going to end with a little video. One of the things that my colleagues and I are challenged with, I mentioned we begin talking about career pathways and the benefits of CTE early on at the middle school levels. And we all benefit from divisions that typically we have right around 80% of our students moving on to either 2 or 4-year colleges. But the challenge we have, and you heard the governor comment just this week, as we look at job creation, over 50% of those jobs will not require a 2 or 4-year degree, but rather credentialing, industry certifications. You see the value of CTE. In many cases, we have engaged businesses that will take students from high school, earning salaries in many cases higher than many of our college grads, and then our college grads have the debt, and they come back in their areas of degrees, there's just not demand or need. We need your help working with parents to share this message that you'll hear in this video. It's very common for us to have conversation like this with parents, and they'll say, yes, I agree, it makes sense to push our students to CTE, but my child is going to go to a 2 or 4-year college. It represents a paradigm shift. We benefit from strong CTE programs but we really need to work hard moving forward. That comes from parents, business leaders, and school leaders and teachers working to develop an awareness about the benefits of industry credentialing and how it can grow a stronger community in our region.